you remember a dude whom I featured a while ago whose name is Sam? Now I know how shocking this may be to you to find out how stupid I am to ask about someone and only give his name, especially since each video contains 5 different videos of different people. But let me explain. We don't want you to justify your actions. We are already fed up with the level of stupidity you have reached. I'm not trying to justify myself. I meant, let me tell you about this Sam dude. First things first, this man made it so clear that his name is Sam. His channel on YouTube is called My Name is Sam. Moving forward, back then, when I last featured him, I only showed some of his videos, and today, I'm back for vengeance to show you more. So you're finally open for an OF account. I meant to show you more of Sam's scary paranormal experience. One day, Sam was on a walk around his property. I don't know why he decided that it's best to search around the house in the middle of the night, but the dude is free to do whatever he wants. As he made it back to the house and before entering, he spotted something odd from the outside window, something that creeped him out. Please don't tell us the demonic figure held his child hostage and was threatening the man. Where do you get these ideas from? Absolutely not. He found what seemed to be a dark figure. It was blurry, but it was there, and that's what mattered to Sam. So he ran back inside and went upstairs only to find no one. But it got even scarier the next night when the electricity was cut off, even though no one messed with the electricity switches down in the basement. Then, later that same night, he hears what sounds like knocking downstairs, and when he goes back to the basement, he finds the door of the washing machine opened. He was confused and scared, so he dared these spirits to shut the door right in front of him, and so they delivered. In the end, Sam finally decides to leave, at least temporarily, while leaving his children under his friend's wings. I feel like I'm talking about some eagles. Nonetheless, the figure didn't let loose of this dude, so it made things even worse and made sure it would leave the place beside him.
Oh my god. I just lost power in my house. I looked down the road and I saw lights on, so I think it's just me. I'm gonna go down to the breaker box and see what's up. You stay here, I'm gonna go get the power back on, okay? Everything looks okay. I guess I'm gonna have to call the power company. These were closed. These were 100% closed. I never leave these open. If there's someone or something here. I want you to prove it to me. I want you to close one of these doors. Come on! Oh, if I'm being honest, I'm glad nothing happened. Holy sh! Hey. Yeah, I just wanted to call and say again, thank you for taking Buddy and Jessica for a few days. Yeah, I just gotta get out of this house for a little bit. Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, I gotta get going. I gotta go check into the hotel in about an hour. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
When I found out that Sam has some children, I assumed that he was most likely to be divorced, which could also mean that this figure could be none other than his ex-wife undercover, unless she passed away and divorce never happened in the first place. Usually, when divorce happens, child support will play an important role in the situation. And here you come, asking me, why would you bring up such topic in a scary video? And I will once and for all tell you that part of what we do on this channel is democracy. How terrifyingly sick. Back to child support. If, let's say, the mom will take these children, and so shall the father pay for them. In normal cases, these kids should be raised just fine. But what if they aren't? What if the father sneaks out of the country and disappears? And what if this mom turns out to be ignorant towards her kids? Scary stuff will occur. You may expect them to be harshly raised, and these streets may play their part in their path, but that's only in the outside normal world, not in the world of scary ghosts and such. And here is where the next video plays its part. We don't have any background story, but there have been many of the neighbors who have encountered these children in the next video playing after midnight in the streets all by themselves. Or so they thought. So they thought of what? They thought these were normal children, but looking at the video, they are more of a ghost figure than anything else. That's what could happen when parenting or child support doesn't exist. Kids may turn into ghosts.
Manches, a estas horas. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? Mira. Mira, 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 mira. Ay, ahí está el son, ahí está el son. Mira nada más. ¿Qué onda? Ay, no, no, no manches, no juegues, no juegues, no juegues. Mira, oye, ¿qué onda? Es que son... Es bien tarde. Ay, no, no, no. Mira, mira, mira. Mira, mira lo que está haciendo. Se lo llevaron los perros. Mira lo que está haciendo. Mira, mira, ahí está, el otro. Mira, mira. ¿Qué? Están hablando. ¿Qué onda? Mira, mira, no manches. Ay, no manches.
Just thinking about it, why would children as little as these play in the street all by themselves at this time of the day? They are too little in size to even be designated as normal kids. This isn't far from being bone-chilling to me. Manchester is finally back, so they finally made it to the top 4 in the Premier League. What? No, I'm not talking about any football teams here. I meant our guy in the next video. He calls himself on TikTok 666 Manchester. Let's call him Dan. Dan is a dude struggling with the paranormal activity in his house, but lately this struggling went to another whole level, especially when Dan had to face these criticisms and doubts from his viewers asking for proof. Proof of what? That he is a real man. Seriously, proof of the paranormal hauntings. So not only does he have to deal with the headache of these ghosts throwing his stuff around and scaring him off at any time of the day, but he also has to deal with the skeptics. So he did. He blocked them. He actually listened to their criticism and tried to prove that his house was 100% haunted. But just like with these hand cleaning products, 9 out of 10 doctors approve. In other words, not all of these doubters changed their minds, even though he tried his best. How did he do that though? Well, when the video of the balloon behaving weirdly was up on TikTok, people told him in the comments that he was using a green screen, but he told them the balloon was colored green, so wouldn't that just break the whole process of removing the green screen? These guys didn't approve though. In some of these videos, the balloon was seen floating above the Ouija board, as if it were controlled by it or something. How scary. If that's the only image you have of ghosts and jinn, you may change your mind later, as they don't seem to be that dark, because you will see next how they were blowing some bubbles. One day, as Dan was laying on his couch like a mermaid, the door was shut all of a sudden. Or how about these crazy curtains? Not only the curtains were behaving crazy, but so was the mirror, which was dancing like a drunk man.
I was at a green screen, mate. The balloon is green. I've got a green object in my hand. I'm moving my phone. What else can I do? I can zoom in. There's nothing else I can prove. There's nothing else I can do to prove there's no green screens involved, so you can keep commenting that on all my videos. That's fine.
On Winston, your balloons are going on the balcony. Why can't you be off for once?
Flashing and moving. What the? This is why I've set the Ouija board up, guys. The cat ball is flashing and moving. What the? This is why it's hard to record, guys, because if I've got it in the corner of the room, people say video editing or green screen or something like that. And if I record it in my hand, let's say I'm using string or somebody's helping me or something like that. So I can't really win, guys, that's the problem. You know, I've got limited resources, I've got 2 phones.
put the mirror and Ouija board there guys, because the blinds were moving yesterday. I'm high up. People were saying somebody was outside the window. I don't think so. Do you really think somebody was this high up? Normal mirror. I was recording for about 20 minutes on there. I put the Ouija board there. And the mirror there. I put the green balloons around the side so nobody can say green screen, even though somebody will. You can see all the shadows, the light was on, the reflection. So I don't know what the armchair debunkers are going to come up with next. This is just fingers guys, because I'm going to New York on the 11th. I'm going to be staying near the Statue of Liberty, between Brooklyn Bridge and Statue of Liberty. So let's see if Winston follows me to New York, guys.
In my opinion, this guy is trying his best to appear as clear with his fans as possible, but he isn't winning this argument as much as he thinks. But why? Well, the color of the objects isn't much of a hard task to deal with, at least for me, as in the production process. This can be dealt with, but that also doesn't erase the fact that this could be some good proof of his house hauntings. The last thing I would want after my passing is someone conducting some witchcraft on top of this pile of dirt. So you're admitting to being so worthless that you're basically a pile of dirt. Dude, I said it clearly, I was talking about my grave. But you also got a point there. In the end, what will I become after my life ends? This is taking a sad turn, more sad than expected. That's why I'm about to turn the tables and tell you what happened to Jermaine. Juju was live streaming with his fans while conducting an investigation in a cemetery. Things were just fine. Everything was working as intended. There was nothing to be worried about until something wrong happened, something out of the blue. No one was expecting such incident to occur. Don't tell us Jermaine found himself face to face with a demonic force. Or worse, maybe he just caught a demonic ritual right in front of his eyes and the millions watching the stream. Well, you went a bit too far there, as this live stream had nowhere near millions of views. Plus, Jermaine was just fine till then, but I was talking about myself. I wasn't expecting the delivery man to be hit by a truck on his way to me, but it turned out he wasn't my delivery man. Back to Jermaine, as he was investigating this burial ground. He felt like he heard some unexplained noises, but it wasn't much, all until he found an Ouija board right on top of one of these graves. Which brings me back to my first point, the craft. Why would anyone do that? Oh yeah, I forgot this is the real world, not some fancy Barbie universe. Jermaine notices some drops of colored red liquid, which confused him and made him question its source and its type and implanted more fear in his heart. But the worst is yet to come. He decided to take the board home, and on his way out, he came across two different figures. One was moody dark and went unnoticed by Jermaine, while the other didn't shy away from appearing right in front of him. The second figure was just a night guard. But taking the Ouija board was never a good idea to begin with. That's why, in a follow-up to that investigation, Jermaine was confronted by the one figure he didn't notice the first time as he was staring at his window.
Hola amigos, hola amigas, por favor necesito en que no me agarre un sereno acá. Miren estas. No, miren esto. Parece que es la tumba de un niño. Cementerios de zona norte de Buenos Aires, una de las zonas más, bueno, en una zona, en un barrio peligroso acá. Acá hay una tumba. Mira que... ¡No, amigo, no! Miren esto. ¡No! ¡No! What the f... ¿Qué? ¡No! ¡No! ¡No, no, 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 no! La Ouija. Escucho paso. No, amigos y amigas, miren esto. No, no, no. Quiero creer... No quiero creer que estos sean gotas de... Gotas de sangre. Llévala. No me tienten. No me tienten, por favor. Ay, esta tumba. ¿Qué es esto? No, amigo, no, una cuija. Oh. ¿Se escucha? Dígame si se ve bien. ¿Se escucha? ¿Se ve bien? A ver. Dígame por favor si volvió la imagen. Así que me voy. Espere.
¿Por dónde entraste? ¿Quién te dijo que
Tranquilo, amigo. Tranquilo.
la concha de tu madre?
Tranquilo, amigo. Miren, amigo. Son las... A ver si se ve. 3:35 de la madrugada. Otra vez me despierto por ruidos fuertes en el techo y cuando me asomo por la ventana, miren. ¿Qué es eso? Explíquenme. ¿Qué es eso? Vamos a ver de afuera. Vamos a ver si se ve de acá. No se ve. Miren. Miren. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué onda? Hola. ¿A quién busca?
Look, man, I'm not your father to tell you what to do. But right now, I shall take that role and stand right in front of you, even though you can't see me, but pretend like we are in the same room. So I'm standing right in front of you now and shouting, return that thing back where you found it, or burn it down. There is no real background story for the next clip, but the narrator said before the clip started that the girl has terrorized an entire village. Dude, do you know how many people there are living in a village on average? Well, I wish you would know so you can tell me, but it's not so few, nor is it a lot. But what I'm trying to say here is that turning an entire village into a joke out of fear is never an easy task. You might need some backup mythical stories to further strengthen your chances of making that happen. But let's ride the hype train and pretend like that actually happened, and this village is scared of this girl. Do you have any proof to provide? Well, okay, the next clip may take the cake. So far, you, as the viewer, have no idea what I'm trying to say here. Basically, let me ask a question. What would a little girl be doing outside on the streets or in the woods, playing alone and jumping like a freak? She isn't scared or sad. In fact, she may actually make you the one who is scared and sad. Plus, if she is human, where is her shadow?
Không chào con nha. Trời ơi. Mộ của con đâu mà con nhảy qua bên đây vậy con? Mộ con bên kia hả? Quá. Hôm nay con đến gặp ông có chuyện gì không? tuổi nè. 3 tuổi.
I'm not really certain if this is some sort of jinn apparition in the shape of this little girl, or if this girl just happened to be possessed. But isn't she supposed to have people taking care of her? Also, I'm not really sure, but I feel like her feet are a bit different than those I'm used to seeing. Maybe I'm being a bit hypocritical here, but I feel like you haven't subscribed or watched the next video on screen.